It's hard enough to plan a landscape on your own, especially if you're a beginner. The best laid plans can be thwarted by common planting mistakes. Follow these tips to make the most of your landscape upgrade. If you're like many Valley residents looking for a more water-smart lifestyle, one of the first changes you'll make in your yard is removing some or all of your thirsty grass. Be warned that taking shortcuts with turf removal, especially Bermuda grass, is one of the most common mistakes people make when they begin their landscape upgrade. Unlike fescue and other cool season grasses, Bermuda is persistent and takes time to kill.
Bermuda grass is a very tough, durable, warm season turf that develops an extensive root system. For this reason, it can't be dug out or simply have the water turned off to kill it. That will simply put it into dormancy. The only effective way to kill Bermuda grass is to spray it with an herbicide during its active growing period when it's green. Spray the Bermuda grass, 24 hours later, turn the irrigation system back on and encourage any grass that you missed with the herbicide to keep growing. After 7 days, it's recommended that you reapply the herbicide and follow the same procedures. After 7 days, check that Bermuda grass thoroughly, making sure that it's all browned out. If it is, then you successfully killed it.
If you hire a landscape contractor to replace your lawn with water-smart plants, ask them how they plan to remove your grass and get it in writing. It could take a month or longer in the growing season to kill Bermuda before any other planting can start, so plan ahead. Some experts recommend removing Bermuda grass in the summer. Even common tall fescue grasses can be stubborn and leave weeds behind if not properly removed. Removing grass can be labor-intensive. After such hard work, it's no wonder homeowners are eager to plant something beautiful in their new outdoor space. But beauty sometimes comes at a price, and that can lead to our second common mistake: the wrong plant in the wrong place.
When you select your plants for your proposed landscape conversion, it's important to include the mature size of that plant. Take the diameter of the plant and either go out into the landscape and mark it on the ground, or better yet, when you draw it out to scale on a piece of graph paper, put that mature size of that plant where it's going to go, and then you can see how much room it's going to take. When planting plants too close to pathways or walkways, you create a maintenance problem. And it's not only a hassle for you, but it's bad for the plant. Continual pruning shortens the life of your landscape plants.
Less is more. Many valley homes have small lot sizes that easily can be overwhelmed by plants at their mature size. So resist the urge to overplant. New plants in a conversion need 6 months to a year to begin filling out. It's much easier to add more later than to take out an overgrown plant. Another thing to consider when planting in your yard is that concrete and brick walls are no match for a tree planted too close.
When trees are planted too close to block walls, foundations, sidewalks, and patios, the tree will become in competition with those hardscapes. And what happens is over the years, the tree roots swell and they can lift the patio, the sidewalk, they can crack foundations. So it's really, really important that when you go to select a tree, you know the species of the tree you're selecting, and you do the research and you know how big that tree is going to get. How big across will that tree grow? Put it in the appropriate place, and remember, the tree roots will always grow at least as big as the tree's canopy.
Since most landscape upgrades involve trading grass for shrubs and plants, irrigation changes are essential. The switch from sprinklers to the drip irrigation all plants need can be fraught with challenges. Here are some things to consider when designing your new irrigation system. Don't leave lines exposed. Ultraviolet rays from the sun can degrade the plastic. Bury lines at least several inches underground or cover with a thick mulch. Also, make sure your irrigation system has room to grow. You'll want to be able to move drip lines outward and add more emitter heads as plants mature and grow. Finally, buy durable, quality parts.
It's understandable that you want to save money when putting in your landscape conversion, but skimping on the irrigation system is the wrong place to skimp. An efficient irrigation system is important to both your plants and your budget. So when you select irrigation components, make sure they're quality parts that will last for years. Try to stick with the same manufacturer to ensure those irrigation parts will fit together properly. And once the system is installed, it's easy to forget about it because it's buried in the ground. So proper irrigation maintenance is important to ensure that you get years of service out of that system.
Before you make any changes to your yard, contact your homeowners association about landscaping requirements or restrictions. The last thing you want is to have a beautiful new yard, only to face fines later. HOAs often require you to submit plans ahead of time and get approval. Don't forget, the end goal is to be water smart. You don't want to take out your water-thirsty lawn only to replace it with water-guzzling plants. Research drought-tolerant plants at smwa.com and learn how to water appropriately. Most new plants need extra water for the first 30 days only. Once they're established, it's time to taper down on your water use. You also can take gardening and landscaping classes at the Springs Preserve. The 8-acre gardens feature a variety of Mojave Desert-friendly plants to give you inspiration for your own outdoor oasis. Visit springspreserve.org for information about the gardens, classes, and seasonal plant sales. Remember, it's your landscape, not a cheapskate. It's worth a little more time and perhaps a few extra dollars to avoid costly mistakes and lay the groundwork for a yard you'll enjoy for years to come. Reporting for Waterways, I'm Christine Vaughn.